and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Monday, October 24th. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef.
And good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. We got, a great show lined up for you this week because all this week we're giving away tickets for Greta Van Fleet, and that show's damn near sold out. So you're talking about jam-packed show. These are a big ticket item that we're giving away all week long. And today's opportunity to win those tickets for Greta is going to be at 8 a.m. this morning. So you want to keep listening to around 8 a.m. and be a contestant to try to win those tickets. I only got 5 pairs, I think, left. I think these are the last 5 pairs of the station, which I'm pretty stoked about. I think I have some buddies coming down from Phoenix for this show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I might even be soft introducing Greta Van Fleet.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, this is what I was kind of told, but who knows? Because Mac, he's always he gets kind of lost in the sauce sometimes, and the information. Like, I'll give you an example. I have my friends Dre and Allie. They're engaged and they're getting married, and they wanted me to DJ their wedding, right? And so they booked me like 2 years in advance, and I thought it was odd, but their wedding is gonna be like on March 23rd. And I'm like, okay, cool, March 23rd. And then I'm thinking, and I know that there's hopes of KFMA Day returning, right? Mm-hmm. And in case, all you guys out there, you bug all the time about it. Yeah, it's in the process of trying to lock it down. And as soon as they figure it out, then we'll make an announcement. But it's definitely in the works, and we want to make it happen. But then I gave Mac a heads up, like, hey, man, you got to let me know what day KFMA Day might be, because March 23rd, I have to do a wedding. And I need to tell them if I need to cancel, right? Because I would have to do KFMA Day. It's 100% something that I have to do. And so he's like, oh, that might be one of the weekends. Yeah. So he's like stressing me out. So yesterday, Dre and Allie came over, and I was like, hey, just to give you guys a heads up, if KFMA Day books on the day that you're getting married, I won't be able to DJ your wedding. And, that's the bad news. But the good news is I should know within the next couple of weeks, and that will give you a proper heads up. Right.
Yeah.
So I've been talking about this with Mac for like a couple of weeks, checking in with him. Any word yet? Blah, 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 blah. Is it on that day? And he's like, oh, still could be, might be that day. Right. Now, this is something both Mac and I are dummies. Right. We're radio guys. Let's just say, for the record, we're just dumb when it comes to certain things. One of the things that we're really dumb about is checking calendars, because I'm stressing about this and he's stressing me about it, and we're all freaking out about it. And if we would have just took 2 seconds to check the calendar, March 23rd is a Thursday. Right. So eventually Dre and Allie let me know that, our wedding's actually on Thursday night. I'm like, well, then I'm 100% in.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing a KFMA Day on a Thursday. That's a guarantee.
Are you sure Thursday might be a fun way to switch it up after it's been gone?
No, absolutely not. So, and I'm just sitting there again, just like, why the hell did we not figure this out? Why didn't I look at it? And then at the same time, there's 2 minds involved in this, and we're both stressing each other out, because I'm also getting the ultimatum, like, no, you have to work it.
Yeah,
I know. No, you all understand, you have to work it. You have to be there. If we bring it back, you have to do this. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know, and I want to.
Yeah.
Effing Thursday. Yeah. It was a busy weekend. You might have seen us around town. We did the Glow Show on Friday night, and thank you everyone who came out to the Glow Show at the Rock. Stands with Fists killed it. Yeah. Held Out killed it. So Sick killed it. Flying Half Full killed it. Versus the Fall killed it. It was a fantastic show from top to bottom. I was super impressed by all the bands. We all had a great time.
Yeah.
And then at one point, on the back patio of the Rock, there was a guy who overstepped the lines with a female, and he overstepped the lines with the wrong female. And this chick just started punching him in the face, like hardcore. And then another girl got in and they were both starting to like punch the crap out of him where you could feel it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's just getting jumped by these two women because I forgot what he did, but I know that he was in the wrong, right? And he was a big dude, but he got taken down quickly. And I was standing outside with Powers and Weirdo and her significant other. And then they're like, do you want to go inside? And I'm like, no, I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Like the real show is right here. Why would I want to go inside?
That was pretty fun. That little Sailor Moon girl whooped him.
Yeah, what?
And he's like, fine, I don't need it, and goes inside. It's like, yeah, that's probably because his head hurt.
Yeah, and what's so great is that it was terrifying, right? These women beating this guy's ass, but rightfully so. And then the girl who was the main aggressor, who beat the crap out of this guy
while defending herself.
Defending herself,
yeah.
yes. Like turn around and look, and she's like, "Oh, hi, Beef."
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I know you."
Yeah.
She's explaining to security, like, "Oh, this and that, nobody go," and then like looks at me excited, like, "Oh, I know you." And then like gives you a big hug.
That gives me a big hug, and I'm like, "Yeah, cool, we're allies. Don't hit me." Yeah. Oh, there's so much to catch up on today on this Monday morning, but we're just going to kick things off with some music. Get ready for our morning moron, which is going to be. Yo, we're live on the podcast broadcast. Let's get on the tease here in just a second. We got 15 seconds, and then we're going to play what happened. I just had, did you just disconnect something?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, come on, man. I got Mari here in studio. The lovely and talented Mari, did you just unplug? Well, she's gonna be on here in a second. Let's go.
Wait, never mind.
Wherever
that was.
Yeah, whatever that was. Plug that back in, Powers. Anyways, we're live on the podcast broadcast. We're going to play the Smash Mouth mashup video that we did back in the day. It's so cringe. You have to check it out. You can only see it on the podcast broadcast. When we return, we're going to talk about exactly how big is Pete Davidson's dong, and of course, This Week in Science. I don't know which one's first, which one's more pressing, but I will say this. It probably explains why Kanye is so damn crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to talk about that and so much more. The podcast broadcast is live, youtube.com/beefvegan. Here's the latest from Giovanni and the Hired Guns. Get in the stream, Mari. What's going on? All right. So what happened? I had it all set to go. Okay, here we go. Is this you? Okay, you're good. Don't touch a thing.
I won't touch a thing.
Okay, thank you. There's Mari, everybody. Yeah. So even Vegan Negan's like, yo, Mari, like I tuned in for her. Where the fuck is she? I'm gonna see this. Okay. Well, welcome to the show. Obviously, if you were listening on the FM side, you probably heard us do this. And Mari brought up, she reminded me. Actually, Nick reminded me. So shout out, Nick.
Yes.
So we're talking about sing-along songs because the Roadrunners introduced a new segment. Where it's Rock 1 2.1 sing along. So, I get to promote the show and get the arena to sing along at Roadrunners games. It's a great idea. I love it. And that's just the Roadrunners having my back, helping us out, building awareness of the show, which is fantastic. So I was asking people to give me suggestions of the best sing along songs to be able to play. And I'm asking you this as well. So put them in the comments as well. And Nick called in and talked about Smash Mouth's All-Star, which reminded me that we actually did a bit about this. It was Schmonty on the Morning, where I was saying you could smash up Smash Mouth's All-Star to pretty much any song. Just the way that it's written, it just fits in. It's like a normal verse, bridge, chorus type formula. And then just the way that the rhythm works, you could switch it up. It just that's how it works. And so why that song's a hit. And then so I did that as an example, and then I came up with an idea that, hey, we'll smash it up with 21 Pilots, but I'll have everybody on the station be involved, and we'll make a music video. And this is something where I guess the summary is, whenever it comes to ideas, keep it simple, stupid goes a long ways.
Yes.
So when you overcomplicate a very simple idea, you get train wrecks like this. And that's the best way I can explain it. It's a train wreck. It is so fucking cringe, and I can't wait to share it with you. Yes, if you haven't seen it, and I know you haven't because only 574 people watched it. And I think there's like 3,000 subscribers on the KFMA YouTube page. So there's a lot of people. There's Fatter Beef with my old cohort, Schmonty. Yeah, no, I lost a little bit of weight. I'm gaining it back, though. All right, so here, in case you don't know what we're talking about, here you go. It's a review. It's like a world debut times 2. Here is our Smash Mouth mashup.
He once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest
What are you showing me?
tool in the shed.
That's the dude singing Smash Mouth to Evanescence. Takes skill.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Dude, you're easily impressed. That song gets mashed up to all songs out there. It fits to almost every pop song ever written.
No.
Absolutely, you can fit it to any song. In fact, actually, let's do it to 21 Pilots Heathen.
Okay.
I'll show you.
All right.
Super easy. Goes like
Acting.
this. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running.
Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb.
So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets?
You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Yeah, see,
Oh, man.
now just to remind you guys, yes, I did get fired from KFMA. Why I didn't get fired immediately after this, no one knows, because they should have immediately saw this. Management wasn't paying attention, obviously. They should have saw that and should have been like, you know what, you're fucking out. This idea is so bad. It was.
So bad.
You remember that? That's funny, yeah. And we posted this proudly. Hey guys, world debut! Oh my god! Woo! Yeah. So those were good times. You know, again, keep it simple, stupid. The initial clip of me just doing it to Metallica is very simple, and it worked, and actually had legs online. And then overcomplicating it, taking a good idea and just making it shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm
art.
still embarrassed. I feel it on the inside of my core. Like I'm
what?
cringing on the
Oh my
inside.
God.
Oh, stop the two.
Oh
of you.
my
It was
You
bad.
both know it was bad. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah. It was very bad.
Yeah.
The only highlight was Mari's cleavage, which looked fantastic in that video, by the way. I was hoping that would carry us over 1,000 views, but nope.
You got to put it in the thumbnail. That's a trick.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yes, the thumbnail.
I should be just a thumbs down in the thumbnail. I think that's an accurate description going into it. All right, we got about 40 seconds. But yeah, a little stroll down memory lane. It's good stuff. All right. Yeah, we're gonna talk about. I know we're a rock station, but we got to talk about Pete Davidson's dick for whatever reason. I have audio to share with you that we're only going to share on the podcast broadcast. And Charlamagne God talking about this. He's a radio DJ as well. But this may be why. Two things. Why Kanye went full crazy, and he is getting so crazy. He's like causing a rise in anti-Semitism, which is not fucking cool whatsoever. And this whole anti-Jew thing still happening is like, come on. All right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Let's talk about Pete Davidson's penis because it's all about ratings. Yeah. Did I get your attention? Yeah. First and foremost, I think the reason why Kanye West is going as crazy as he is because of Pete Davidson's penis.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how big, but.
And my second argument, and you're about to find out and you'll be impressed. And my second argument is I'm tired. I am sick and tired of these women who've dated Pete Davidson to be like, you don't understand. He's just a really nice guy. He's a really sweet guy. That's what I know he's conventionally not that handsome, but if you get to know him, it's just because he's really sweet. He's like one of the nicest guys I know. BS. I'm calling baloney on that. The real reason why these girls are giving this guy any time of day and falling in love with them is not because of his character. Guess what? Powers is a sweetheart too.
It's true. I got a lot of fun tattoos as well.
Right. It's because his penis is 10 inches.
Thank you. Oh, Pete Davidson, you mean?
We're not making it about you. Your mic's off. All right. So here's what happened. Kanye West is mad at Charlamagne the God. And Charlamagne God was recently on a podcast called The Brilliant Idiots, where he said back when Pete started dating Kim Kardashian, Kanye West tried to get Charlamagne to help him trash Pete, but Charlamagne wouldn't do it. He was buddies with Pete Davidson. And Kanye got hot and screamed, "My wife is out here effing a white boy with a 10-inch penis.
Oh.
And you won't help me?" This is
making it sound like it's a dragon they have to slay.
Yeah. It's like, stereotypically speaking, we're supposed to be bigger. This white boy with a 10-inch penis is destroying my wife. First off, I seen the sex tape. Ray J, he was packing heat too. It's not Kim Kardashian's first 10-inch penis, right?
And it won't be your last.
No, right? But yeah, so he said, he's like, "You're telling me that's your friend when you're supposed to be culture?" So he just made a big race thing. But yeah, so the real, I guess, takeaway of this is the 10-incher, right? That it was revealed. And then we've known, the reputation has been that Pete Davidson's been packing it. It's a skinny white boy syndrome. Right?
Yeah, you were saying like MGK.
Yeah. Then they're all doing
he has one?
Yeah.
Tommy Lee? How big is his?
Huge, 10 inches.
10? At least, right?
Yeah, and you know what? They're the same build, and a lot of girls, it took a while for them to figure it out. But so if tall, skinny white guys end up having extra meat and they're just packing it, just the way it works, it's very strange. Now, I do know this: for every 20 pounds overweight you are, it hides a half inch of your song. So if you're feeling like, you're not packing heat, if you lost weight, you're going to gain inches. I mean, that's just a fact. It's science, right? And these skinny guys, they don't have any fat on them. So it's just like hip bone and then, non-knee bone, right?
Yes. Figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, just trying to break down the science and be like,
shows.
Yeah, like what happened with me? What went wrong? Right? So
sandwiches.
Yeah. But it's okay. Not every girl knows that. I mean, there's girls out there that see me and they're like, oh, he's kind of these thick, kind of solid, stocky guy. He's got deep voice. Got to be packing, right? Wrong. It's okay. It's okay. Right? But these skinny guys, they got it going on. But yeah, I just want to say this to any. Not that Kim Kardashian's listening. She watches the podcast, but she doesn't really listen.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Is that just stop saying that it's because this guy's so nice. Just be real. Obviously, I think a lot of his jokes you were just laughing at because you didn't even understand. And he was high half the time. And you just overlooked all that. You overlooked his raccoon eyes. You overlooked his constant cotton mouth. You overlooked his,
Greasy
bad
hair.
tattoos,
Yeah.
greasy hair. Just because of 10-inch song, and that's fine. Just but call it what it is.
Yeah.
So Kim Kardashian, stop trying to say you fell in love with him on a deeper level. The only thing deeper on that level was Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
up in that. All right, let's stop talking. All right, let's keep that conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, where I have audio where you hear a profanity laced clip of exactly the reenactment of Kanye going mental on the podcast broadcast. YouTube.com/BeFegan. I know it's odd to talk about, Kanye West and Pete Davidson's dick on a rock show, but
is it?
Is it though? Yeah. So here's the clip I'm gonna play for you. Let's see. So good. I gotta pull this up. It's on Billboard. And so do you guys have any questions? You figure it out? You know everything about the theory?
Expert.
Yeah. I feel like I nailed it.
I'm just trying to not look like that meme while you're looking up like that. I'm like, oh yeah, show me this picture. Oh
Yes.
Let me put my hands away.
Yeah. I mean, dicks are always on topic. Yes, you're right, Steven. Sometimes, it's what people want to hear. I did market research, and they're just like, if you talk more about dicks, two things: talk about other people's bigger dicks, and then talk about how our dick is bigger than yours. Like an audience member, like a guy driving to work. It's a Monday, right? A lot of people get the blues and stuff, and they're tuning in for two things: they want to either laugh or they want to feel better about their dick, right?
Totally, 100%.
Yeah, so hopefully this last segment we delivered both. They were chuckling and saying, "Oh, I got a bigger dick than beef."
Yeah,
So
I mean, famously, that's why Garfield hates Mondays. His dick is so small.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Odie's the one packing.
Yes. Yeah, can you make
I love
everything
that he's agreeing with me.
No, I'm just like, yeah, everything's a fucking cartoon reference. Here we go. Here we go. Let me pull up this audio. This is off of billboard.com. And yeah, all right, here we go. Let's check this out.
the guy got on Drink Champs and said,
Charlemagne, he gonna go on air and be like, but I'm gonna paraphrase it. Kim is with Pete because he got a bigger dick. Why you talking about another man's dick on camera?
You heard me tell you this story last year, right? When me and Kanye got into an argument, he called me last November. He's basically trying to get me on board to shit on somebody he knows is my friend, Pete Davidson. He's like, oh, we got to save the new Marilyn Monroe. Talking about Kim. And I'm like, yo, you know Pete is my friend, right? Finally, he goes, my wife is out here fucking a white boy with a 10-inch penis and you won't help me? My wife is out here fucking a white boy with a 10-inch penis and you telling me that's your friend, but you're supposed to be culture? He's screaming on the phone.
Somebody help.
Entertaining.
Yes.
Entertaining. Hilarious. What am I supposed to do but laugh at that? I'm going to walk out the goddamn. So I want y'all.
There you go.
I feel like Kanye right now.
Yeah. So there you go. He called it like it is. It happens, right?
That is
I got good news for both balding guys and penises coming up next in science, which is good. Yeah. Yeah. I legitimately. And it's like I know it's Monday and do a This Week in Science so early. Yeah. But back-to-back stories. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta share this to my bros out there. And I think it's a good follow-up segment for anyone who might be feeling insecure, being like, yeah, man, if Pete Davidson banged my baby mom, I'd be depressed too. I'm blaming entire religions.
Blaming entire religions. That's because Pete Davidson stuff looks like a Wish version of Pete Davidson.
That's true. Yeah, I know.
He's just so nasty.
Absolutely. Keep in mind to keep those suggestions for sing-along songs for our Roadrunner segment because it's super fun. And a shout out to 10, Jonathan Russell, Jackie Alex from Held Out coming out to the game last night. It was funny. I got Jonathan Russell and Jackie on the ice to play tic-tac-toe.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I believe they played a little bit of Stands with Fists through the arena because John, the sound guy there, big Stands with Fists fan, Jonathan Russell fan. So he had a bunch of fucking songs loaded up. But then he was going to play two. I think he only played one. But I think he was going to play a second one, but Jonathan didn't check his text messages in time because we're trying to figure out a clean version of a song, right? Because he didn't want to be like, hey, he was already pulling a solid. And now my manager, Mark, the game ops manager, it's not like he's like, yeah, play a local band. But John, lucky, he's been around. He's a good dude, and he trusts John's judgment to a certain extent. But I could tell John got a little too excited and wanted to play a little too much of it, and Mark was a little bit irked, right? Because he's like, well, look at the crowd and everything. It is family night. Maybe it's not Stands with Fists night.
Yeah.
It's funny. Kids are all dressed up for Halloween or trick or treating, and it's like, yeah, bring your kids and free skate afterwards. Fuck was that? Trick or treat. What are you doing this Halloween, Mari?
We are gonna go trick or treating. We've got a little kid's birthday party on Saturday. We have our costumes finally.
Where are you gonna be?
I'm a pirate. Kenzo's a firefighter. Nico is a zombie, and Coda is a
what?
Stingray.
Oh,
he's gonna be a stingray. Now Coda's walking this. Is this his first year that he's going door to door?
He chose all our costumes. Last year he wanted to be a construction person, right? So that was easy. We were all construction people. And this year it was like he wanted to be a pizza man. He wanted to be all these different people, right? And then yesterday he finally decided. We went and looked at stingrays, so it's concrete. It is what we are going to be. He is a stingray.
So, are you getting a stingray outfit?
We're making it.
Oh, you're making it nice. Look at you, Supermom.
I know.
Yeah. So, what's your idea on how you're going to make a stingray outfit?
Like a white sweatshirt, right?
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to try to sew panels.
Yeah, you got to do that.
And then maybe try to fabric paint the back of it, so the front's white, like their bellies. And then make a stinger out of paper and tape and maybe felt it, and so it's he's more interested in the stinger than anything.
Oh yeah, you
gotta be the best part.
Yes.
And then attach that to the end of the sweatshirt and then put some googly eyes on the hood.
Yes, I have an idea. You go online, buy a mold of Pete Davidson's dick. It's a 10-inch stingray tail. Yes. That's exactly what you need to do.
Oh wow, brilliant.
Yes,
Didn't even think of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. He'll get all the Snickers.
true.
Yeah.
Be careful when you're Googling, though, because Pete Davidson's moldy dick is also probably available. as
No,
well.
stop. But you will get moms when you're trick or treating and stuff being like, "Oh, look at the personality on him. You can tell he's such a nice person.
He's full of
funny.
personality.
He's funny.
Of course he is. I'm just saying, all of a sudden, these housewives, 10 inches make you fucking the Pope. Like, oh, such a good person. I have a feeling that, yeah, maybe Pete Davidson's not a good person. And if he opens up people's doors, like opens up doors for ladies, is it really being a gentleman when you're using your dick to do it? No, I think you're just showing off at that point. There, let me get that door. Be like, hey, that's motion censored. Fuck you. Sorry.
It's funny. I signed off on Saturday by saying I'll be back on with Beef in the Morning, making those D jokes that you love so much. I'm glad that we always fulfill what we want.
I will say this though. I mean, I all morning long from 6 to 9, we were pretty clean and legit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I kind of making. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, obviously we want people listening in the car with their kids. We want everyone listening. And I also represent the Roadrunners, but I'm also competing against podcasts, and I like to be honest and keep it real. And the real me, I'm both. I'm a complicated person. I'm a contradiction. Be vegan. But I asked the consultant and Mac. I had an air check on Friday, and I was like, "Hey, am I being too blue? Like, I need a little push for that. Am I pushing a little too far? I feel like maybe I'm going a little too far." And they're like, "Oh, no. If anything, people are moving away from the Me Too movement." I'm like, what? that is.
People are ready to get objectified again. It's 2023, in a few months. They're really over this whole thing.
I just want to do dick jokes. I don't want to verbally, sexually assault people.
Oh my God. I'll tell you, wait around long enough, we can slap their asses again too. I bet. Let's start drinking around the office.
The trend is people aren't listening to these victims anymore. So yeah, you're good.
Oh
yeah. If anything, you could be bluer. I'm like, oh well, I'm not going to do that. So I decided, obviously broadcast for adults only. We're uncensored and we love that part. But in the morning when the kids are possibly on their way to work and stuff, a little conscious on that. So deciding on what I choose to talk about, something like that. We still want to keep it edgy and fun, which, just the way that I think about things, it's going to be that way anyways, but not 100% like penis and sex and stuff like that.
Were you in the conversation, or were you just having thoughts on your own and things just fall out?
Yeah. Every now and then she just blurts penis. She just thinks penis.
He's just like, what's he talking about? Oh.
I just like when she says it. Yeah, it's nice. It sounds good. All right, let's get back on the air. Good morning, Lindsay. I see you. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here with Mari and Powers on the podcast broadcast. Of course, youtube.com/Beef Vegan. We have everything we're about to do. Beef's retweets on the podcast broadcast stream. But first, I got a little This Week in Science. Yes. These are two scientific stories that kind of go together. It's good news for guys who got the short end of the stick, so to speak. Like, say, when did you start losing your hair, Powers?
Like 19, and you think it's going to be gone in a year, but it takes a long time. But it was thinning at like 19.
For some, though, I mean, you're more lucky than others. I mean, I know that I got guys out there listening. It's like, yeah, I started going bald in high school, and by the time I'm 20, I had the cul-de-sac, right? And just shave the head. Well, good news, we're getting closer and closer every single day to a cure for baldness. Scientists from the Yokohama National University, who've been studying hair follicle growth and hair pigmentation for quite some time, recently generated hair follicles in petri dishes using embryonic skin cells from mice cultured in a special type of gel. Essentially, they're figuring out ways how to grow hair and hair follicles. So they're getting closer to, again, being able to grow hair on a bald guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this study revealed that controlling these interactions is key. In the lab, the hair shafts grew about 3 millimeters over the course of 23 days, and a procedure has not been tested yet on human cells, but they're very optimistic about the discovery. And they say it's a step towards understanding hair loss disorders and finding new hair growth drugs. So that's good.
Oh,
yeah. Still no cure for cancer.
I have an instant cure for baldness, though.
What?
Wig.
No. I know there are people out there listening that wear wigs and they know that they're uncomfortable. They're super hot. And then you wear wigs every now and then when you play dress up, right?
Yeah, that's true. I like that you called it playing dress up, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's super uncomfortable. So that's not the option. But here's more so. We talked about balding. Now let's talk about I think penis. No, not even penises. This is the best news for lazy people.
Okay.
Researchers at Tokyo Medical and Dental University.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, they're doing the same. Claim to have identified a drug that replicates the benefits of exercise on muscles and bones.
Okay.
So you could take a pill to get buff.
Yes.
No working out anymore, right?
What?
Yes. Oh, imagine a future, ladies, of all the men out there, because these scientists aren't focusing on helping you guys. It's just helping guys get laid. But a future where men out there have full heads of hair and they're all shredded and they did nothing to do it, right? To accomplish this goal. Yes.
I read that article and I was like, and you know what would happen? Like, imagine it did work. You get it. And it's like in a generation, everyone is just like a 10.
Yeah.
You would have a divisive bit of the populace that says, no, I'm an all natural person that would refuse to take this.
Whatever. I would still lie if I wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I'm not
Give me a
taking those
break.
pills, I'm just buff.
Absolutely. Yeah. I go
Real
to the
hard.
gym, 3 times a day, 8 days a week. Yes. All right. So, using this new type of drug screening system, researchers were able to identify the compound that replicates the changes in muscle and bone. And they're able to, essentially, that's a miracle pill. Now, no word yet on how far they are in developing this or when it's going to be available to the public, but the rich people will try it first.
I was
and
gonna
then
say, but it'll cost enough.
Yeah. Maybe trickle down to us poors.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You take it. We'll get the version where it just works out like one arm.
Yeah. Well, and be like, oh, lonely, huh? Yeah. You can tell, huh? All right, we're going to keep the conversation moving on podcast broadcast. Beef's retweets is what we're going to do there. We'll be back with more Beef Vegan Presents after the White Stripes from Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. So that'd be nice if we get enough money to be like, oh, I'm not bald and I'm buff.
What about girls though? Do girls get anything? Any like
Nah,
burners
you're
or
funny. Again, scientists.
tighteners?
Nope. Scientists only care about men.
Yeah.
Yeah, about getting men laid.
So we
I
just
don't
get
know.
uglier,
why.
you guys get hotter. And then
Yeah, but
guys
you know,
keep
if
getting
you look
younger
at
and younger.
ladies, let me ask you something. Do you think that people are just more hotter now?
Yes.
They just are, right? I look at just chicks are hotter.
You think so?
100%.
Because we have like Botox and stuff.
I mean, maybe not just that. There's probably also, makeup tutorials help, I guess, and fashion, but
It's a lot of things. Well, there's skincare and just self-care that has
True.
advanced. So women have been doing that. And of course, and then knowing the difference. And then I think it's a lot of stuff that we eat that have been keeping us with all the preservatives and things that keeping us younger. Maybe our mentality.
Kind of does not do
Huh?
good stuff for us, the food.
Well, who knows? Because we are of the McDonald's generation, right? So anyone that grew up in the 80s and 90s, probably like my parents, fed their kids McDonald's like 2-3 times a week.
Oh, I
like-
ate it, weekly.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I always like to point out this fact: the nutrition chart on food was not by law until 1992. This thing with all the calories and stuff.
Yeah.
That was not. You didn't have to put that on food. So that's why when that happened, everyone was like, breakfast cereal is poison, because they really had to reveal the ingredients.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but who knows in the long term? Yeah, could this be leading to more, ailments and diseases, or did it end up like preserving us in a way to make us look younger for longer? Because no one really can explain the fact that 40-year-olds now look like 30-year-olds and so on and so forth. There is this kind of anti-aging thing that's been happening.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a trip. I dig it.
Wilford Brimley looked like the way he did it, like 28.
Yeah, exactly.
100-year-old man.
Yeah. No, all those people that look super old back in the day were only in their 20s.
Yeah.
Let me do Beast retweets. This is some stuff I retweeted over the weekend. Again, don't follow me. But I do like to go on.
Where's our song? Do.
Yeah. Tweet. There you go. Okay. There's a couple cool things that I came across and tweeted. First and foremost, I think this is brilliant. If you're a girl dad, like myself, get your daughter to train like the girl I'm going to show in this video, because there's no way that she's ever going to have a guy fuck around with her or misuse her heart, take advantage of her, any of that, right? It's going to be nothing but love and respect. Because if not, this girl will straight go samurai on him so fast. Check out this chick. This is a competition, and she's going to be doing a whole routine, showing off her skills with both the sword and gymnastics. I mean, she's a fucking ninja. Check it out. That's just the warm-up.
I know, right? That's just her saying hello.
Yes. It gets extreme. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Oh. You tell Mari's impressed. She's like, oh, ah, ah. It gets more intense. Watch. Boom. Her scream's amazing. It goes on for 10 minutes. I can watch it for 10 minutes. So,
Right? Do they make action movies in Japan starring children that just beat the out of other children?
It's called Three Ninjas, dude. And it is fantastic. So she was amazing. Have you seen these 3D advertisements that happen in New York City?
Yes.
This started
dragon
in
one?
Japan. No, this is a BMW one that just happened in Times Square. Check this out. It's just ridiculous. This is the premiere of it. They're all over. It's Japan and New York now. Now that's all 3D. It's obviously not popping up. That's all digital, but it makes it look like it's gonna drive right over the edge.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's pretty wild. I saw the one for what was it, some zombie one. What's the zombie video game? Resident Evil had one, and it was this monster. It was terror. It was nuts.
We're living in the future, man. This is Back to the Future 2 right here. It looks
Crazy.
better than that too. So I just had to retweet. Oh, okay. This is the coolest fucking thing that you're ever gonna see. And
Okay.
you might have seen it online. It started going viral last weekend. And I'm gonna share it with you here. So somebody, I think it's was it Nikon? Is that the camera?
Yeah.
Nikon. Yeah, Nikon.
Nikon. Okay. So Nikon did their annual photography contest, right?
Ooh,
And they did microscopic photography,
Ooh.
right? So people just submit their microscopic photography. Well, somebody did a microscopic picture, close-up picture of an ant's face.
Is it an ant's face? I saw this.
Oh.
Did you see this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is like, I hope all Marvel artists are paying attention to real life, because the fucking picture looks like the greatest villain you've never seen. And this is
Ever
just
never
real
seen.
life, never seen. So this is the close-up of the face. Check out this fucking face. This is an ant. This is a real
Whoa.
picture
Yeah.
of a
What?
close-up of an ant.
That's an ant. That's what an ant looks like.
That's what the ant looks like.
Wait, are those his eyeballs underneath his thing?
Yes, those are his eyeballs, but you can see the pupils as well. They showed lots of it. They showed close up of spiders and everything else. But yeah, you can see the pupils. The eyes are red and with the black pupils, right? And then it has the antennas coming out of the top of the eyeballs. And then you have the fangs with like the drool
Yeah.
and the nose. Like literally, if you think of army of this coming down and fighting the Avengers, my money's on the fucking ants,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
This goes with my theory about how all of humanity and everything in the ecosystem, it's all in scale. Because if a cockroach was as big as a dog, everything's run, right?
Yeah.
What do you do? Look at that ant. Like
Terrifying.
I remember once when I was a kid, and I mean, I like to talk about Muppet Babies as much as I can,
all right.
but they showed a close up of a ladybug, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget
Freak out.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're horrifying. It looks like a monster.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, it's insane, but it's beautiful at the same time. And
No.
no, not altered. 100. It's not altered, JJ. It's 100% legit. I looked. I did my research, and yeah. So there's numerous sources. Nikon posted it as official thing. If it was altered in any way, they would have been disqualified. This was the winner of
This was the
that
winner?
contest. Yeah, and
That's
there was
insane.
plenty of different options. And people submitted. But yeah, and like this next Ant-Man movie, if this ain't the main villain, then they
Right.
did it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like Ant-Man, like legitimately needs to be like, there's the King Ant right there.
Yeah, King Ant.
But
Mhm.
King Ant he's friends with Ant-Man. He controls the ants.
No,
Remember,
there's
as-
got to be one that's like,
as
hey, I
mean
don't
as
like
that
this
is,
guy
yeah.
pretending to be an ant, right? I'm an ant purist, and that's what makes me a villain. So, you know,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, there you
You
go.
should write
Write it
Marvel
down.
movies.
Yes, I should be a Marvel writer. Okay, here's all right, here's an example to all you teachers out there. Don't try to be the cool teachers. Don't try to show off that you go to the gym every now and then, because
no.
you can fuck yourself up like this, dude. Oh, that one. That was good. That was good. Try it again. What can go wrong? Everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely.
Broke his
Hurt
back. Yeah, he broke his back. So the buff teacher no more. Now it's the wheelchair teacher.
He
Oh,
gets an
man.
F. in
Oh
gym
yeah,
class.
super F,
Oh,
super
what's
F.
that kid?
Oh, that I played that last week.
Oh,
Oh,
with
but I
googly
did
eyes?
want to play this. Okay, so here's fucking great. Okay, sometimes people like to be assholes, right?
Mhm.
And here's an example of a guy walking down the middle of the road just being an asshole to a car for no reason, right? But that's when there's good Samaritans who are also gangster. So this is an example of why you don't want to be an asshole, because you never know when the good Samaritan might also be gangster, and it will come back to bite you in the ass. And here is the prime example. Check this out. He's a dick, right? Sorry, instant karma here, so. Enter gangster. Boop. Boom. Done. And he's like, the guy's like, what are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? He's fucking beeping and shit. Get out of the road. You know, acting like a dick. That's on a sidewalk, right? So yeah, that was just a prime example. If you think you're being a dick, and the car or whoever you're being a dick to, if you think they're not going to do anything to you, you might have somebody step up for them who is a good Samaritan gangster. Mhm.
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. So that's Beast Retweets. I hope we learned something today.
Do.
Tweet, tweet. I will get an intro for that here eventually. You know, it should be good. Again, don't follow me. So I want this to be a first time run for most of you guys. And I enjoy going through and just retweeting it and not doing anything else. I don't share my 140 character thoughts. My thoughts aren't that complex. You get it? You get it? Nah, all right. Getting ready for this next segment here. We already talked about Pete Davidson's dick.
I
Okay.
posted a trailer for my Halloween movie.
Okay. What
It's on YouTube.
Is it a new one? It's the old one.
It's the old one, but it's going to debut on YouTube next Monday. So you
Ooh.
can finally watch it instead of having to go to the screening room.
You're talking about the
Scrooge, the
If
Tucson
Republicans
Halloween extra special.
right. Yeah. All right. We've seen that, but we'll probably do that again. He might be Scrooge again.
No, I've got it all. It's Anchorman all the way.
So yeah. So say goodbye to Powers' beard. Yeah.
That's right.
I know.
Gotta go for Halloween.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
You know, honestly, I don't know. I was telling Jonathan and Jackie and the crew yesterday, like, and I told this to Powers, like, I think I might not even have something. I'm so bad at Halloween, so I might just put on my hockey jersey and tell people I'm Kevin Smith and they'll believe it. So
Yeah.
that's how fucking lame I am. I look like Kevin Smith year round. And so
Yeah.
all I'm going to do is just wear my regular clothes and be like, and then I won't even tell people. They'll just be like, oh, Kevin Smith. That's how it works. So
That's funny.
I think that's the case. My girlfriend's some kind of hot fantasy football player and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I get some pads. I don't know. I'm terrible at
Well, when you guys were the taco,
Yeah, again, you're picking on yourself. You were a
Hot
pair
sauce.
of tacos with hot sauce last year. That was a 5-person costume. It was great. And your hot sauces were hot.
They were, yeah. Well, this year they didn't include me, so I'm on my own, and I'm just like, I'll just put on my hockey jersey and tell people I'm Ken Smith. So that's where
So
I'm
wait,
at.
what is she? What's your girlfriend being? Fan of?
She's wearing a football jersey that says fantasy, and I'm just like, oh, great. Now I gotta like beat up dudes and
You
shit.
should be a cheerleader.
oh, you could
Yeah, that's true.
That's funny.
Yeah, but my balls be dragging all over the place.
be a football.
That's funny.
Just be a
That's true.
football.
Be
We're all
a
brown.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah, paint your face all brown. What could go
You
wrong?
could be
Yeah,
a-
definitely not doing that. Rock 102.1. We're back here live on a podcast broadcast trying to I contemplate what it should be for Halloween. And I was saying I was going to be really lazy, but Powers did come up with a good idea, and that's just to go drag, which is always a good idea for Halloween, right? So to be a cheerleader and then to dress up there, but you're going to be at Nightmare on Congress
Yeah.
hosting that.
Yes.
And I mean, maybe I'll be able to go in and get in, but I know there's another Halloween party that I have to be at. So I don't know if I'll be at Nightmare on Congress all night on Friday night. So if I go to the other place, I don't want to be like solo guy. I'm afraid I'll be by myself at a party with a bunch of people I don't know dressed in drag.
Yeah.
That seems like a nightmare.
No. Well,
I get
mean, that's
ditched by
the-
my girlfriend, and
that's
I'm
the
gonna start
theme.
getting hit on by dudes, and I don't know, what am I supposed to do in that scenario? I gotta be polite, just start. I don't know.
You moved your arm there. I'm not sure what that's over polite.
That's for the podcast broadcast. They get it. But yeah, so maybe. And then, what's the sexiest outfit you dressed up for Halloween, Mari? Because I know, you're a hot blonde friend, right? I know you're momming it now, and you're going trick or treating,
No,
and
I've had
you're
my
gonna
fair
be
share
PG
of little slutty costumes for show.
for sure. So, what's the sluttiest that you've gotten on Halloween?
I don't know. I mean, I was a deviled egg once, which was like a little tiny white shirt with like a painted egg yolk and then like a little itty bitty black skirt kind of thing and devil horns, right?
Okay, deviled egg, I get it.
So I made
Nice.
that sexy.
Right, you made an egg sexy.
Right? It was the sexy egg. I love it. No, my favorite sexy costume is the classic ghost. Just put a sheet on, but then put a bra on over that, and it just looks hilarious. And you say you're a sexy ghost.
Okay, you've seen someone do that before?
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea
it's
too.
so stupid looking.
Yeah, for
that's
girls.
fun.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the whole sheet look. Again, you don't want to be misconstrued on Halloween. I mean, you were telling me dress up like a football because my girlfriend is, like a fantasy player,
Yeah,
and just
no.
paint my face brown. I'm like, no.
You just wear brown clothes. And
Oh,
wear like white,
Yeah, great. Just showing up to Halloween parties looking like a giant turd.
Yeah.
Who wants to wear all brown on Halloween? That's not a good look. So, I mean, either way, we are going to rage this weekend and trick or treat, and it should be fun. What are some of the best neighborhoods that you go to for trick or treating, Mari?
Oh, I haven't really checked them out. It's like a new parenting thing I gotta do, but I think we're gonna go to Sabino Canyon this year, and then I heard Sam Hughes is really good.
Sam Hughes is good. I've done Sam Hughes before. And that's a fun one. But yeah, it's all about finding the right neighborhood where people are actually participating and you don't have to walk too far in between houses. But
I have a thought, and I'm sure a bunch of people will hate me for bringing it up, but does Winter Haven area do something extra for Halloween?
They do.
Well, JJ's asking if Winter Haven's still good, and I'm sure yes. Living in Winter Haven, you have to step up your game for all holidays, but at the same time, winter's right around the corner, and you're gonna have a bunch of strangers loitering nonstop for 40 days, and that could be annoying as
Yeah.
F. So you might not want trick-or-treaters to kickstart that early.
Well, I just heard that it gets really busy and it's
I imagine it.
overcrowded, and
Yeah,
that's why
okay.
you don't want to go there because it's too many people trick or treating.
I know people that live in Winter Haven and they enjoy it to a certain extent, but I would hate it. And
I don't think I could do it. Yeah.
no, and when we were looking for houses, Winter Haven was an option, and I was a hard no on that because I'm like, dude, no way. Do I want to be on and have people like keeping me up all night every single day of the week?
How
And
do you
then,
even park? How do you like drive into your house?
right? Do I need to get an extra job just to pay for candy to hand out on Halloween?
You
And
do.
pay these electric bills at Christmas.
Yeah, and they don't get a discount for that either.
They don't.
No, not necessarily. I gotta get Doug in here again. He lives there. I know that it does cost a lot of money to partake, and you just have to do it. In fact, they're just like, yeah, they almost like strong arm you. You live here, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but I can't afford it this year. Well, that sucks. I guess you're eating ramen for a while, but you still have to do it.
Hang those lights.
Mhm. All right, we're gonna keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Your beef tip coming up next. Clear. So you say they used to have a good trick or treat. And Anthony said, beef, get a tan bodysuit and a wig and go as Lady Godiva. That's still a lot. You know, one time, this one was good. And one year, I think my best dress up when I was DJing for Halloween is I got these muscle arms, right?
Mhm.
They were just like stuffed muscle arms. And I also got little tattoo sleeves,
Mhm.
right? And so I put my tattooed sleeves over my muscle arms and I just looked yoked. And since I have like a stocky body and I was chubby, but with the arms, it just made me look like all around I was, the Rock. I was just a big buff dude, right? I carried it well. And there was a girl, a very hot girl, giving me the full court press. She was like fucking throwing it at me. Like she wanted me. And she was, flirting and going all in. I'm DJing and everything. And then she's like, so what are you doing afterwards? And she grabs my arm and she squeezes it.
Oh, no.
And then you see in her eyes the moment of realization where she's like, oh, and I'm like, well, yeah, trick or treat, bitch. So, what do you think? You think I'm
man.
year-round douchebag? I mean, you're the one that wants to fuck year-round douchebag on Halloween. Like, I didn't dress up on Halloween. You just want to go with the douchebag,
She liked your very original tattoos that I'm sure all those really looked real good.
Sailor ones, the whole nine. I got
Yeah.
that. It was just a sleeve. It did look good with the dim light.
Yeah.
Like, it looked legit. I just looked like one of those like lifted truck bros that's drinking my Monster Energy and just like "Rawr," playing 50 Cent in the club. Like, "Rawr, let's go. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. Rawr."
I'm lifting these tables all the time. I got to carry these decks in.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Earlier this morning, let's do this while I get set up for our next segment. We had a crazy morning moron. A guy was trying to hire a hitman. This is what not to do when attempting to hire a hitman in today's morning moron. Check it out. 2.1 KFMA. That's Dorothy with Rest in Peace. It's now 6:15 and time for your morning moron. Let's do it. It's the dumbest of the dumb right here.
Yeah.
Starting off on a Monday morning. Someone at a business in Ohio called the cops this month after they checked their company's voicemail. The reason why is when they checked their company's voicemail, they discovered two messages that seemed a little suspicious. They were both from a 58-year-old guy in Cleveland named Desmond Ramsey, who dialed the wrong number. Okay. The number he was attempting to call was a hitman.
Oh.
Yeah. And so when the voicemail picked up was like, please leave a message after the beep, Desmond, thinking, oh, this must be the hitman's voicemail, went into detail on what he needed the hitman to do.
Wow.
Yes. So now the digit was only off by one. So he's a moron just by getting the number wrong, right? And he called 3 separate times, left 2 voicemails, and talked about putting a $5,000 hit on somebody, right? And that someone turned out to be his own son. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, he's trying to whack his own son. Now, cops tracked Desmond down, and it was super easy to do because in the voicemail, Desmond's like, yeah, this is Desmond Ramsey looking to put a $5,000 hit on my son. I want you to kill him dead, like totally dead. I don't know what the protocol is, but here's my banking information, and here's my social security card. Again, my name's Desmond Ramsey. My mother's maiden name is Smith. The social security number, I don't know if you need that. It's my first time dealing with a hitman. I feel like there's protocols to go through. I'm just going to assume what they are. So here's my social security number. Here's my address. Here's my last known appearance, whatever the case. So cops tracked him down easily, and he admitted to it. He said his son recently him and his son got into a big argument, and he made the calls after having too much to drink. 2 of them. 2 different calls.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that argument was about. But anyways, police charged him with complicity to commit murder, and his bond was set at $500,000, and he's due to be arraigned sometime today. So to summarize, obviously you don't want to hire a hitman. You don't want to kill anybody, but if you do, you never leave a voicemail.
Make sure you get those numbers right.
Yes. I mean, you just say, hey, this is Desmond, call me back. You know why.
Yeah.
So calling up, getting the wrong number, leaving 2 separate voicemails, trying to hire a hit definitely makes you a morning moron. I'm back here live. Miss Robin Nash, are you watching the broadcast stream right now? Let me know if you are. Be a nice little shout out. I'll get you in for a little crosstalk. We got time there. So I noticed that she liked the video. So don't forget to check out our Build-A-Band this week. So if you were to choose, Mari, between Kurt Hammond of Metallica or Slash from Guns N' Roses, which guitarist do you think is better for your band?
For my band?
Yeah.
I mean, just based on maybe Slash.
Are you speaking into Mike? Where are you?
Oh no, I'm right here. Oopsies.
You know how to do radio.
It would be Slash.
Oh yeah. Slash is your guy. Yeah, I mean Slash is a pretty good guitarist there because he has the look and whatnot. So you got that going for him. But would you consider Kurt the better songwriter? Does he have more songs?
Oh, I don't even know.
Leads?
Does he write the songs?
Well, I mean, he's a contributor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, James writes a lot of songs, obviously, but Kurt, I'm sure, is giving riffs and saying, hey, how about we do this? Change up here. Here's my solo there.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty sick solos. What's your favorite Metallica solo?
Oh, I don't know. Disposable Heroes is my favorite song. That's got the best stuff. And I love Sanitarium.
Okay.
Like those are my 2 favorite Metallica songs.
There
And then probably Master of Puppets.
Yeah, Master of Puppets, right? So was Kirk in the band when Master of Puppets came out?
Maybe.
That's a good question too.
I think so.
Let's see where we're at as far as the Build-A-Band votes. So we posted it all this week. It's going to be guitarists. And then we are going to 2 things real quick. One, we're going to pick 2 guitarists, but just a heads up to our streamers to get you inside on the joke. Because this is, I want my streamers to be privy to this. We love showing Nickelback love, right?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna reveal our band, the winners, right? Of everyone voted in our super group. But on Monday, Halloween, the 31st, that super group's gonna look a lot like Nickelback. All right. So we want to troll people hard. Again, you guys are on the inside of this joke. And then after that, we will reveal who our finalists actually are and then ask you to name the band for a chance to win a $500 Visa gift card, courtesy of my boy, Paul Volpe and Nova Home Loans. So that's what's happening. So yeah, we got one more Nickelback dig going into that. And I look forward to that because I feel like there's a lot of people that have been involved throughout this entire month. And for those who aren't paying attention, they might get extra steam being like, oh, this whole time you're just doing this for Nickelback. Fuck you guys. Like a month-long troll. Yeah, I want to go epic on that. It's very close between these 2. 26 are voting for, I think, Slash, and 23 are voting for Kirk. It is neck and neck.
Close.
Yeah, so far. So make sure you do your reaction to the post, and that's super sick. So yeah, I'm stoked about that. And yeah, epic trolling. We like to epically troll around here. Yeah. What else is going on here, Powers?
Oh, let's see. I was looking around the internet. Did you hear about or talk about that iPhone that just sold for $40,000? So you know how I like to collect stuff, comics and all that sort of thing.
Yes.
The stuff that becomes valuable is the stuff that's always discarded. Do you think people collect cell phones? They don't, right?
They shouldn't.
No.
Yeah, why would they?
Exactly. But that means that if you find one mint in box, it's worth something. So an iPhone, an original iPhone that was sealed, that originally sold for $600 in 2007, just sold at auction for $40,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And that's half price of what they originally went on sale for. Fucking expensive ass phones. Hold on, let's go. Somebody was calling. Oh yeah. Also, Anthony, not party at Paul's house, but Paul throws an annual party. Get at me if you want to do a Halloween party. We'll double up Congress, and the Volpe's annual Halloween party is a fucking banger. Drinks and food, and it's usually at El Charro every year, and this year it's a new location. So if you're looking for a Halloween party, you can hang out with me because I don't want to be hanging out by myself dressed up as a chick.
Yeah, you got to dress the chick though, Anthony. That's happened.
All right, what else you got there, Powers? I see that you got some more headlines here.
All right, well, speaking of them stupid iPhones, the EU, that's over there, the European Union, they just made a law that they're going to standardize USB-Cs, and that even has to happen on iPhones. So they're going to be forced to get rid of their proprietary cables.
Yes.
And you have to include a USB-C. Thank God.
Yeah, but that's only in Europe at this point. So in America, they still have monopoly rights, which you shouldn't for now.
Yeah.
But at least it's an example of how the government can intervene to make sure that we don't have to get screwed and having to buy chargers. I will say this, though. To get an iPhone charger isn't that bad anymore. You know, like I got mine. The one that works best for me was $5.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, wait, you bought a knockoff charger?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the little plug-in to charge my phone, not the actual charger.
Yeah. See, and you tell me your phone's giving you problems. You got to be careful with some of that crap.
No, my phone is shit.
Yeah.
But that's only because it's old and they're trying to get me to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It slowed down my thing. You have the same phone?
Oh, no, the photo on your phone of.
Oh, yeah. Of rye, of veal. Oh, wait. That's whatever. I'll show you. Speaking of Halloween.
Oh, she's so cute.
That's my little girl. She's such an asshole right now, but I keep this photograph to remind me that I love her. So in fact, actually, let's see. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're almost out of time. In fact, I just showed a picture of my daughter as a toddler. She's 16, and I have this theory that parents and you have 2 young kids, Mari, so appreciate it now because from toddler to teen, that space in between is all like building blocks to build a love that won't go away when they're raging a-holes when they are teenagers to remind you that you love them. If it wasn't for that, if they came out as teenagers, and then granted, infancy can be rough, right?
Yes.
And then they get to toddlers and they're adorable. If they went from infancy to teenager, the murder rate amongst parents and kids, I don't think most kids would make it out of there. I know I wouldn't be here today.
No, it'd be like lions eating their young.
Absolutely. But since you have a good 11, maybe 12 years of sweetness, little angel faces.
Yes.
You just love them so much. And then they turn into raging a-holes being like, oh, but I do remember when you were 8. That's the only reason why I'm not punching you in the face right now. So I guess my beef tip to you is enjoy the time, that little gap from toddler to teen, because from teen and everything in between is the worst. But then I hear it gets better. I don't know. I mean, honestly, if it doesn't get better, my daughter will be an adult and be like, good luck to you.
Unfortunately, she won't know how to drive away yet.
Oh, no, she's going to kill me. But yeah, toddler to teen, just appreciate that. That's my beef tip today.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Tomorrow morning, we're going to give away tickets for Greta Van Fleet at 7:15. Then we have Robin Nash up next, so keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1. Of course, drive safe, ride safe. As always, rock local. Later. Thank you, Mari. Thank you, Powers.
Have a great day.
When you wish upon a side of beef,
it flies by too fast.
Will
It does.
come
Yes.
and end to all your
Love you
grief.
guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.